This area is now named Times Square, but it was originally named Longacre Square. It was renamed in 1907 to Times Square when the New York Times moved its headquarters to the building 1 Times Square, which is the building that is straight ahead with the very tall vertical billboard on it. It is also home to the New Year's Eve ball. If you take a look at the ball, you will see that it is over halfway up.
Where they drop it in
The ball
New Year's
rises
Eve.
throughout the year, and
For New Year.
midnight on
Yep.
New Year's Eve, they have the famous ball drop.
God, this place
The ball is made out of LED lights.
This is the
as well
center?
as
Is this the center?
2,700 Waterford
Oh yeah,
crystals.
that's the
It weighs
center.
12,000
I
pounds.
just wouldn't want to go
and
there.
it is
That's too
12
many
feet
for
in
me.
diameter. It
Big
also
Brother,
takes
you-
up the top 3 floors of the building. But the building is mostly unoccupied, so it's not really taking over anything too important. The building is very expensive to rent, so no
Hi.
businesses are able to afford to have their businesses there. And most of the rent for the actual building is paid through the ads that are on the front.
Yeah, like that.
Times Square is home to the theater district, so we're passing by a lot of streets that have Broadway theaters on them. The building on our left, right over here, with the dark windows at the
Yeah, that's a good one.
is where they filmed the morning show. Good Morning America.
Oh my god.
At 5 a.m., you will see them filming in the studio here. Also, to our
Oh, so
right,
this is the
we have
center of-
Paramount Building,
Wow.
which is formerly the Paramount Theater. It is where Frank Sinatra first performed in New York, and it is also where Elvis Presley premiered his film Love Me Tender. And now it's home to a Hard Rock Cafe. This Hard Rock Cafe does have a lot of rock memorabilia, a lot of things from Elvis. It's a restaurant, as well as you can see that they have a lot of merchandise that you can purchase. This building is also home to a lot of offices and the new Raising Cane's, which has been very popular if you like chicken. Times Square has a lot of events going on. As you can see, it's a very busy place. They have a lot of street performers and events from Broadway shows. Just recently, they had a lot of events for New York Fashion Week. This building on our left, this is 1 Times Square. So as you can see, it's pretty empty. We are currently turning on to 42nd Street, a very popular street in
Oh
New
my
York.
god, wow.
The building that's coming up on our right with the red
Wow.
and light
It's
brown
amazing.
brick. This one here is the Knickerbocker Hotel.
Wow.
It is named after the pants that the Dutch settlers wore and is where they got the name for the New York Knicks. It is also rumored that the martini was invented there. The building was built by John Jacob Astor IV, who died on the Titanic. It's kind of ironic that the drink that was invented there was made without ice, since the guy that built it, the Titanic. Has anyone seen the Titanic? Alright, who thinks they both could have fit on the door? I might be biased because my name is Jack, but I feel like he deserves justice.
Huh?
Coming up on our right is going to be Bryant Park.
You cold?
Bryant Park was formerly named Reservoir Square because it was an actual reservoir, and then was filled in to be turned into a park, and was named after a famous romantic poet. Bryant Park was the first public space in New York to offer free Wi-Fi. They are home to the Winter Village with a free ice skating rink if you bring your own skates, and a $10 fee if you want to rent them. They also have bumper cars that go on the ice.
Grabe tao.
As you can see, they've got a stage for a lot of events. Earlier they had a concert going on. They had free movies in the park over the summer. This building right here is the Bryant Park bathroom, which doesn't seem that exciting, but it is. They are some of the cleanest bathrooms in New York. They have bathroom attendants that are making sure that they stay clean. They have the little paper on the toilet seat that rotates, and they have classical music. Everything you wanted when you were going to the bathroom.
There you go.
Just to the right of us is the New York Public Library. This is the largest branch, but they do have locations all over the city. This location was the largest marble building in the world when it was first opened. The walls are 12 inches thick, and when it first opened, they gave the librarians rubber-soled shoes so that they wouldn't make noise when they walked. When you go there now, they're still very strict about being quiet in the library. This location is more of a research center than anything else, so you aren't actually allowed to check out anything from the library. But there are other locations that you are able to. One of them is coming up on our left as we turn. Yes.
That's a big library.
In the front of the library, we have
New York
two
Library.
lion statues. Their names were previously Astor and Lennox, but they are now named Patience and Fortitude. The one on the right is named Fortitude because it is closest to 42nd Street, and Fortitude sounds like 42. They were named Patience and Fortitude by the mayor, who thought that patience and fortitude is what the people of New York needed during the Great Depression. I would have thought food and jobs might have been better, but they don't make as catchy of names. They also have a children's area of the library where they have the original Winnie the Pooh characters. The original, the actual toys. And they also have Lego versions of Patience and Fortitude. Coming up on our right, we have the Empire State Building, right up there.
Oh, Empire
This building is going to block it for just a second, but don't worry, you'll get better photos. The Empire State Building was built in the Art Deco style.
Empire
It was the
State.
tallest building in the world from 1931 until 1973. It is currently the 54th tallest building in the world. And because of the preservation laws, all of the businesses that are inside the Empire State Building are required to abide by the style of the Art Deco, style.
They even kept the style.
The Walgreens that we're going to see as we're going past is in a different font than most of the Walgreens are, as well as a lot of the decorations inside of the Starbucks that is on the corner. You'll notice that they are different than most of the stores that you see. Also, this Starbucks is actually the most recent Starbucks Reserve Roastery. There's only a few of them scattered throughout the world. I believe there's 7, but this one is different than any of the others. They have a bar on the top floor. They have this main floor, and then they also have a 3rd floor. They have different kinds of classes and things that you can take. Very exciting. Here's the Walgreens with the Art Deco font. It's in a black and silver style, which is very common to the Art Deco period. Right now we're passing through Koreatown.
There's the Korean
Is
town.
to our left,
We were looking for it.
but Koreatown is home to Korean barbecue as well as a lot of karaoke bars.
30
And
seconds.
a lot of the
Yeah,
businesses
that
are
was
open
actually
24 hours so that they're able to make the
But that
demands of
was
the
like
rent.
Can you remember it?
Japanese guys, 30 seconds. He was right.
Huh?
Do we have any I Love Lucy fans? Alright, so this church right here is the Marble Collegiate Church. This is where Lucille Ball got married to Gary Morton, who is not the guy from I Love Lucy, but is
Wow.
her second husband. It is also where Liza Minnelli had her 3rd wedding. The Empire State Building has 86 flights of stairs, and every year runners compete to race up the entire building and see who can get to the top the fastest. The record is 9 minutes, which
Wow.
is, you know, I'm not sure the number of steps, but I do know it is 86 flights of stairs. So 9 minutes is much faster than I could go, for sure. Also, because the Empire State Building was built during the Great Depression, it was unoccupied for a lot of the first few years. It had the nickname Empty State Building, and they actually had the employees go up the building and turn on lights in different floors to make it seem like there were things going on. Right now we're entering the Flatiron District. To our left is Madison Square Park. If you've wondered why Madison Square Arena is named Madison Square Arena, even though it's clear, it's because the version of the arena was here. This is also home to the very first Shake Shack. The canopy of lights over there is where this one still resembles a shack, since the first Shake Shack was more of a hot dog cart. But there are over 200 locations of Shake Shack around the country now. They have excellent milkshakes.
Look at this.
Also to our right we have Italy. Italy has several restaurants inside, also a market. They sell a lot of Italian food and products. They also have a gelato shop. The building straight ahead to our left is the Flatiron Building. Right now it's covered in scaffolding. They're doing a lot of repairs on the building. It was originally named the Fuller Building, and was one of the first buildings to feature a steel structure. It was also recently put up for auction. It was sold for $190 million to a man named Jacob Garlick, who apparently it was his lifelong dream to own the Flatiron Building. So good for
Wow,
him.
look at the building.
However, they asked for a 10% deposit, and he just disappeared. So they ended up just reselling it to previous owners for $161 million. Also, if we have any Harry Potter fans, we're coming up on the Harry Potter store on our left. I have frequently been told that I look like Harry Potter.
You do. You
If anyone
are.
was wondering, I have a Hufflepuff.
There you go.
What?
A Hufflepuff.
What's the?
The area that we are entering now is called Ladies Mile. The reason for that is because it was the home to the original Tiffany & Co.
Harry Potter.
And when Tiffany first opened, they had such excellent security that women were finally able to shop without a male chaperone. The Prince of Wales also came to visit and was staying in the area, so it was said that women wanted to go out shopping to hopefully be seen by the prince. The current Tiffany location is also on Fifth Avenue, but further uptown. The area that Tiffany is currently located in is between 49th and 60th, which was named the most expensive shopping area in the world for several years in a row. It is home to many designer stores, Chanel and Gucci, Ralph Lauren, etc. And every year they all participate in a light display that they put up in December. Saks Fifth Avenue is also on Fifth Avenue, and they have a different themed light display every year. Their first light display was in 2005. They had over 70,000 LED lights, and they had a snowflake show. Last year they had an Elton John themed show. Also to the left of us is Union Square Park. We can't really see it, but if you look between the streets, you'll see that there's a bunch of trees over there. Union Square Park has a farmer's market on the weekend. If you're here over the weekend, they've got vendors from around New York and upstate.
There you go. We can sell our
Also,
stuff here.
we are entering a residential area, so I will be going off mic for a few minutes, but I will be walking around, and I'll be back very soon. And Parsons right here. We just passed by the new school.
New York University.
And college